Hey there, it is Wednesday morning. This is day 13 of the May Fishing Challenge, and I'm out at another somewhat local reservoir. It was about an hour and 15-minute drive. When I left the house, it was in the 40s, but by the time I got here, it feels like it's already close to 60 degrees, nice and sunny. And so we're going after some crappie again today. And I'll take whatever else come across, but I'm really hoping to eventually have one of those days where I find a group of crappie and I catch more than one or two. So wish me luck. Let's go hit the water. Oh, and we're using the Silver Creek again today, and I'm starting with the Mule minnow, the 2.2 size. So let's go hit the water. Really don't know where to fish, what to expect. Oh, well, looky there. This is the first perch that I've caught this year. Oh. So that was an unexpected surprise. This feels nice, whatever it is. Oh, there we go. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that at all. Hey, look, I got a net today. Oh, that was fun. I mean, not huge, but that's a healthy little fish. That's nice. Awesome. Okay, well, I've been here a few minutes. We've got a bass. We've got a perch. No crappie yet, but that's okay. Well, that's a crappie, but man, is he little. Look at that little guy. I know, is he smallest fish of the year now? He's pretty close. Didn't need the net for that one. Well, hey, that looks like a bluegill. I've got 4 fish, 4 different species at this point. I don't know what that was. Came flying. Once it came loose, it came flying right back at me, though. I'm like, what the? That's another decent fish. Oh, that was another nice bass. Ooh, come on. Oh, come on. That was one of those where the jig like wrapped around the branch when it... Okay, so the day's off to a pretty good start. That was another nice bass that I just lost, and then I threw it into the tree. I think I was a little wound up trying to get too close to there. The good news is the leader stayed on. I think I figured out something with my leader failures that I was having. Once I'm sure I figured it out, I'll share that soon. But you know, this lake so far, I've been out here maybe half an hour, probably right around there, and it's been pretty good. And there's some nice bass here. So I'm going to take a look at the map and see what other spots of the lake I might be able to get to easily. And I'll probably still keep fishing this section a little bit. Ooh. So if I can get down here where I can cast the way I want to and not completely sink into the water. Pulled up the map, pulled up Google Maps, and it's just sort of looking, you know, like, okay, come on, I can see the stick this is on. You've got to come off of there. I was going to say, fish can come off easy. Why can't that? I may be playing with fire trying to fish down here. Pulled up Google Maps. You know, of course, I've never been here before. I've heard of 2 different lakes being mentioned in this area. And when I looked into it, there were some people that, you know, some posts online and stuff that basically said they're the same lake. It's just 2 different names for the same place. I'm like, okay. That sort of makes sense, right? So when I put it in my GPS, I put the one in that showed up. Oh man, it's tough to fish here. I'm trying to get in here because I feel like there's some bass right up here. Basically, when I pulled up Google Maps, I found out there are actually 2 different bodies of water, and where I'm at right now is not where I had intended to be. So with that being said, I'm trying to fish this little area that may not be worth trying to fish because I basically have no room to cast. And I can't underhand pitch this lightweight. So I'm going to go back over, fish this other little area a couple times, and then I'm going to probably head to the lake that I intended to go to. And there's my net. This is not the lake that's supposed to have much in the way of crappie in it. Oh. Oh, there we go. Another bluegill. He took that. I think that's a bluegill. Yep. He took that while I was trying to get the backlash out. Backlash was left over from when I was trying to flip it. Okay, I think it's about time we get this all cleared out and get back to fishing. There we go, another little bluegill while I was fighting a backlash. Oop, come here. You know, I almost put it right back in that same tree that I put it in the last time I was over here. And there is a branch over there. I don't think that shows. Oh, there we go. So this time the knot at the jig failed when I was snagged on the bottom. So that's good. Made really good progress on the FG knot. I'm going to head over to the lake that I intended to fish. We'll see how that goes, and it's not far from here, so if that doesn't pan out, I'll just come back here and maybe I'll switch over to targeting bass specifically. So, see you on the next body of water. Yeah, this looks like it drops off a little bit. So this could be, let's try this spot. It's funny, I can see a bass. Not real big, he's probably about 8 inches. He's right in front of me, right towards where my line will be heading. I mean, literally there's like a miniature school of bass sitting there looking at my lure. Oh, I can see the rock that I'm caught on. Come on. think I'm actually, oh, there we go, pulled off. I actually moved the rock that time. Okie dokie. So the mule minnow didn't seem to be generating too much interest at this lake. So I decided to switch over to the donkey tail. I tell you what, that donkey tail on the 1/32 ounce jig head, it sinks so slow. Okay, I see a crappie right in front of me. So I know I'm in about the right spot. Okay, so I wasn't recording for this one, but like second cast with the Donkey Tail Junior. Got this nice crappie. My thought was if they didn't like white, I'll switch over to black. And I was just commenting that there was a little bullhead catfish that was up in the shallows, and then I saw some really nice dark shadow right before the sun went in, but I was sitting here and I was playing, you know, I saw that other crappie right in front of me. I'm like, okay, well they're in this area. There we go. Well, there's a little bass. There we go. Yeah, so it seems like black versus white in this water. Keep fishing back down the other way. Ooh. I was lucky that didn't get, that was a bass that, same thing, he didn't really grab it hard, he just, and once I felt him, I was like, okay, well, I guess I thought it was a snag at first. Okay, because sort of confirmed black is working, and because I want to try to stay off the bottom, I went to another popular crappie bait, the Black Roadrunner. Honestly, because there's been so much bass activity today, even though I wasn't really armed for bass, so to speak, I probably am not going to be able to leave without throwing the Helgermite on. One of those moments where you question whether or not you should have just stayed where you started. You know, it was an accident. It wasn't where you were supposed to be. But you were catching fish. You were having fun. There's a little bass. Another little bass. I think I saw a little crappie on that one. Definitely saw a bluegill too. So I haven't had a single hit on the Helgermite either. I'm thinking, I think the only two fish that I caught, maybe I had three. I can't remember if that bigger bass was on the Donkey Tail Junior or not. I think it was. Okay, last thing I'm trying at this lake is a donkey tail. It's one of those things where I see a lot of fish. I'm trying to assume that there's more out a little bit deeper. Okay, I think I'm about ready to head back to the other lake to finish off the trip because there was more fish activity and a lot less human activity. Okay, so apparently the spot that I could see, and this looks like I'm in the right spot, was it's basically the dam, and it's got a couple points here. This looks like an old road bed, thought I was getting a bite because I'm actually in the water already. So I'm going to fish around these couple points and see if we can't pick up a few bass to wrap up the day. So it's been fun. Hey, you know, it's beautiful weather, but I feel like I should have just stayed here. That's probably a little bass. Well, looky there. Here's the crappie I've been after. Oh. Okie dokie. Nice looking fish. Small, but okay, let's keep fishing this and see if we can find a few more. Oh, tag coming. Okay, so that's going to be it today. I lost a lot of lures. I caught more fish than I lost lures, at least. I don't know how many I caught. I'm going to say in that 10-ish range again. We caught a lot there early, and I had those couple bluegill. So probably 10-ish. But I tell you what, this was nice. I ended up, like I said this morning, at a lake that I didn't intend to be at, but I really like this lake. It's got all kinds of points and structure and all kinds of fish activity and not much people activity. So I'll probably have to come out here again sometime this year. Based on the early morning bass, it seems like there could be some good sized bass. I caught one decent sized crappie, so who knows. But anyway, I'll put the total for the month down here in the corner. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't quite know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I'll figure something out. See ya. Thanks for watching.